Yo, what's up guys? Today I have a very special video for you with some very special guests. Today I have a video for you about the best ways to inkfish in a Hypixel Skyblock. With me today I have Ahaso, Affable, and Deca Rays, who are numbers 1, 2, and 3 on the ink fishing leaderboards. It's currently one of the most competitive leaderboards in Hypixel Skyblock for a collection, and so I think it's really interesting that we take a look at how this pretty fun collection is grinded out. First in this video, I'm going to be talking about why you should inkfish. I think it's a really fun collection, but of course, for some of you, just being fun isn't quite enough. So I will explain why it's good for money and why it's also pretty solid for fishing XP. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is the different methods that you need to use for ink fishing. So there are a bunch of different techniques that you can use to make your ink fishing faster, and I'm going to be going over all of them so then you can understand completely how to ink fish most effectively. And then the last thing that I'm going to be talking about is the gear that you need and can have to completely max out your ink fishing setup. Before we do get too far into this video, I want to remind you that there are exactly 3 of you who have not subscribed to my channel. I know which 3 of you are, so it would really mean a lot if you 3 went down and subscribed to my channel. Make that subscribe button gray and make the like button blue. See you later. So, without much further ado, let's get right into it. Personally, I just really enjoy squid fishing. I think it's a fun thing, and it's especially a fun thing to do with friends, but I know for a lot of you that isn't quite enough, so here are a couple pretty good reasons for squid fishing. First is, like I said earlier, it is one of the only remaining competitive leaderboards in the game. Right now, most of the collection leaderboards in the game are either so unbelievably high up that they're basically impossible to catch because the people doing it are just doing it all the time, or they're just done mostly by minions, and the people that are doing it, once again, have maxed out minion setups, and so they've just been doing it for longer, so you can't really catch up. Right now, Squid, although it is a very competitive leaderboard at numbers 1, 2, and 3, it is definitely something that you can obtain. Although it is a tough leaderboard to grind up, it is a very fun one, so that is a great first reason. The other very important reason, in my opinion, which I know a lot of you will like, is that squid fishing actually does make quite a bit of money. It's a very consistent money-making method, and right now I think consistency is the name of the game for money-making methods. Everybody knows that Floor 7 can make a lot of money, but not a lot of people know about the more consistent ways of making money, and squid fishing is one of those really great ways. It will almost always be around 4 to 5 mil an hour if you are fishing with a pretty maxed out setup. And of course, you can do it at lower levels and make less money, but it will just scale up. It does take a little bit of practice over time, but it's something that you can do and you can enjoy, and of course, grind up on that leaderboard position. Of course, this also does give you a little bit of fishing XP. It's not quite as good as something like barn swapping or just regularly fishing, because the number of squids that you get and how low XP squids give means that you will be nerfed a significant amount. But it isn't nothing. You still are grinding up your fishing XP while getting on a leaderboard and making money. Now that we know why squid fishing is a good idea, let's talk about how to actually do it, and I'm going to break this down into 3 different levels. The lowest level is going to be the least sweaty or the least difficult. It is pretty mindless and you can do it without thinking about much at all, and that is single pet. Single pet fishing is pretty simple, and you can use one of 2 pets. You can either only fish with a dolphin or only fish with a squid. Both of these work pretty well, and all you do is you buy rain, you fish, and then when you catch squids, you are going to actually kill them with left click, not with right click, and I'll explain why. So if you don't know, squids make money because you kill them and they drop ink, and ink is relatively valuable. For some reason, rods are bugged, and they always have been, that the looting enchant, so you can see I have looting 4, does not work if you kill it with your bobber. It only works if you attack it with your fist. I don't know why. It is not really known why this is, however, it is a part of the game, which means that you have to play around it. For single pet fishing, it is super simple though. You equip either your dolphin or your squid. I'm pretty sure squid is better for money, and then dolphin is just if you're really lazy and you want it to be faster and more like regular fishing. But so you use your squid, you cast, and you fish. There's nothing crazy about that, so let's get on to double pet swapping. Once again, for double pet swapping, you are going to want to have rain on. Rain is probably your best friend when you're park fishing because you get more squids and you fish faster, both of which make your fishing a lot more money. For double pet swapping, you're only going to really need one thing, and that is a hotkey so then you can switch into your pet menu very fast. Personally, I have used the same auto hotkey mod for a long time and it works really well for me. However, there are some people that think this is bannable. Personally, I don't think I've seen anybody ever get banned for a /pets macro. It only will really ever get you banned if you use it for spamming all chat. So of course, don't do that with it, but if you're just fishing and you just want to swap pets, it is totally fine. Double pet swap, it is very similar to single pet swapping, except there is just one more step. So the first thing that you are going to do is equip your dolphin. Right now I have SBE, which shows favorite pets in blue, which is very useful. And so you equip your dolphin, you cast out your rod, and then you wait. Once you get a bite, what you're going to do is reel it in. You're going to catch something, most of the time a squid, switch to squid pet, kill it, and switch back to dolphin before you catch something on the other side. Of course, this is obviously very lucrative, because if you don't know, one of the perks of the squid pet is that it doubles the amount of ink that you get, which is a lot. Because ink is the way that you make money, and doubling it will give you a lot more ink, this basically doubles your money when you are squid fishing. It is also very important, like I said, to not kill it with the bobber, but to kill it with left click rather than right click. Of course, this means that the looting enchant will come into effect, and because you are actually getting money from token drops, this will impact your profits. As you can see here, there are squid spawning in the pond when it is raining, and this is just natural behavior. Of course, these will also give you money, so when you kill them, just get more money for free. Of course, you can tell the difference between a naturally spawned one and one that somebody caught, because if it's caught, then that means it will have 1300 health because of the frail enchant. Don't kill other people's squids, it's not very nice, so only kill the squids that are at 2000 health. This last method of squid fishing is significantly more sweaty and requires a significant amount more concentration than the other two methods, and that is triple pet swapping. To effectively triple pet swap, you are going to need to have an auto pet rule set up, which is on throw fishing hook, you are going to equip a flying fish pet. From there, it is pretty simple. It is pretty similar to double or single if you just go back, but the way that it works is you are going to cast, equip flying fish, and then you're going to equip dolphin to reel, equip it, equip squid to kill, and then equip dolphin again, equip squid, equip dolphin, equip squid. It does take a little bit more effort, but it's really nothing crazy, and I swear with some practice it makes it a lot easier. Also, as you could see, while I was fishing, I got a fishing XP boost, and I have quite a few. Fishing XP boosts are one of the other ways that you make money while you're squid fishing. You can catch green ones, which are extremely common and drop all the time, as you can see here. I'm pretty sure a Hasso has over 1,000 of them stored up, but they are not super lucrative. The ones that actually can make you a decent bit of money are the blue and the purple ones. The blue ones will give you around 600k depending on the market, and purple ones can go for around 2 mil. Squid fishing definitely does have some quirks to it, which I'm going to explain now. As you can see, I'm walking very slow right now, and that is because there are runes on my boots. Runes on boots don't really have a problem conflicting with Depth Strider until you equip the flying fish pet. Do I know why? I wish I did. It really doesn't make sense, but that is the way it is, so I would recommend not putting a rune on your boots. However, there is no way to remove it once it's there. Like I said earlier, Bobber doesn't really work properly with looting, so make sure you're killing with left click, but that is not even the most of it. The weirdest quirk in almost, I'd say, the entire game is the way that the squid pet works. At level 100, it works perfectly fine. You gain a 100% chance to get double drops from squids. However, at level 87, 88, and 89, the pet does nothing. Why is this? We really don't know. It has been reported, so don't go and report it to try to get a game breaker. It's just one of those weird quirks that you have to deal with. Another weird quirk that isn't really specific to squid fishing, but is in all fishing in all Minecraft, is that if your bobber is sitting underneath something that doesn't have sky access, so as you can see, if I go over here, right here does not have sky access because there are leaves above it. If my bobber is sitting here, not only does it not get the rain buff, but it also fishes at half the speed. This is just a vanilla Minecraft quirk that I'm pretty sure they implemented to stop people from fishing in caves. However, it is something we have to deal with in Skyblock, so make sure that you are not fishing somewhere in which your bobber is underneath some leaves. It will slow you down, and you'll probably be able to feel it. There is one more quirk of Hypixel Skyblock that affects squid fishing, and that is once again the looting enchant. If you don't know, looting 3 is the regular value. You can get looting 4 from the Jerry event, and you can get looting 5 from experimentation tables. However, I strongly recommend that you do not apply looting 5 to a rod. Looting 5 does not work. It acts the same as looting 3. Looting 4 is better than looting 5. Why is this? Once again, we don't know. It's just a bug that we have to deal with. So before we end off this video, I do want to talk about the gear that you're going to want to use while you are squid fishing. And of course, the first thing that we are going to care about is our rod. All of the enchants matter basically, and it is just good to have a maxed out rod, I'd say. Reforged to salty or treacherous, it doesn't really matter. Looting 4 is very important here. The next thing that I have to talk about is your armor. I recommend using a 3/4 shark scale with Legion 5 and a renowned squid hat. Squid hat means that you catch more squids, which means more money, and of course that's what we're going for. The last thing that you are going to want is a prismarine bow, and you can put chance 4 on this. Mine doesn't have chance 4 just because I'm lazy, but it acts the same as looting. The prismarine bow just happens to be a nice way to kill squids from afar, and it also happens to be one of the only bows in the game that can hit sea creatures, making it ideal for squid fishing. Also, if you couldn't tell throughout the video, I've been using a number of different pets. The first is a level 100 flying fish, second is a level 100 dolphin, and the third is a level 100 squid. The pet items do somewhat matter here, especially on the dolphin and the squid. The flying fish doesn't, but I would recommend putting a washed on it. Washed is by far the best on the dolphin, however, the squid is a toss-up. You can either put a washed on it if you plan on single pet fishing with it, a fishing XP boost if you want to level other pets with EXP share, or you can put a lucky clover on it if you want to increase the amount of money you get from the fishing XP boosts, because they are in fact affected by magic find. Also, once again, if you couldn't tell, throughout this video, I have been using fish bait to fish, and this is by far the best way to get money from ink fishing. If you really just want to go for collection, in theory you could use dark bait, but I really don't think it's worth it because you are going to lose more money than you get if you are fishing with dark bait. Although that is a mostly max setup, there are a few items that you can get to completely max out a fishing setup. However, they are either extremely rare or extremely expensive. The first one that we're going to take a look at is the maximum possible fishing rod. This one right here is owned by Foodie himself, who is looking his absolute drippiest, and it is a Chimera 5 shredder. If you don't know what Chimera is, it is a very, very expensive enchant that copies all of your pet's stats. So with a dolphin pet, this gives you more sea creature chance than a max Rod of the Sea. This max shredder right here is technically the best rod that you could possibly use for ink fishing. The next item that you can use to completely max out a fishing setup is squid boots. And I know that's a little bit weird. Squid boots are just worse than shark boots, you would think, because you can see right there, these shark boots give 3.5 sea creature chance, and my friend Ahaso here is wearing squid boots that give 1.5 sea creature chance and have renowned, so they give basically 2.5. And you'd think that's just worse than shark boots. However, this pair of squid boots right here is technically better than shark boots because they have dungeon stats. There was a time where when you caught a night squid in dungeons and you killed it and it dropped its squid boots, it would be given dungeon stats. Later on down the line, squid boots were given the sea creature chance, and so they were improved by the dungeon stats. So this pair of squid boots right here is one of the only pairs on the server that has dungeon stats, which means that it gives 3 sea creature chance and an extra 1 from the renowned, totaling to a little bit under 4 sea creature chance, which is technically better than the shark scale boots. However, although you could technically buy this rod if you had a lot of money, these pair of squid boots is almost unobtainable. Right now, Appable is the owner of them, and I believe there is one other pair on the server, but they are unbelievably expensive. You would have to basically give these people an arm and a leg to buy them from them, because they take a lot of pride in owning these very rare, very, very expensive items. Before we go, I do want to say if you enjoyed the video and you think it's useful and you want to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe, and join my Discord, which is linked in the description below and is in the pinned comment. Also, don't forget to DM and comment new video ideas because I want to be making as much content as I can. I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy making guides for all of you guys. That just about does it for us. See you guys later. Adios. I'm scared.